if you're getting involved with them. This is really difficult to point out, but we have to point this out somehow. Because you might be achieved as love, and you are, let's say, and then, so now you're having difficulty with that, a toxic person, let's say that you're having difficulty with something there. Okay, so, and you're trying to communicate with it. And you feel its energy is destructive towards you, right? And you're feeling it, and it could be hating on you. See, that's the truth about some people, right? And they're envious and this and that. See, my point is that they're not capable of love. And um, see, this is really tough to talk about. I just want to get straight to it, to kind of get past this. The way that, because that's power. It's powerful words when somebody says, "I love you," but I love you, like that. Eh, What they're doing is, so first of all, there's something happening that it's getting to where they can't uh, mess with you anymore. You're starting to set boundaries. You're backing away now. You see that there is an unstable person, way more so than you, right? There isn't even a person there. That's how unstable it is. And so, but now you're having difficulty with this person. See, a narcissist doesn't understand that this is what goes on. Is that you kind of you think you have a friend there, or you're associating with them there, and they begin to show you qualities that are disappointing, bottom line. Whether it's that they don't remember details enough to grow your project, or they aren't on time, or they're always like distant even though they're there. Kind of thing. So you just, whatever it is, you begin to notice it happens through just real time. What are you going to do? You don't get a memo that says, by the way, I could disappoint you today while we're trying to work. No, you're doing it real time, and then you have a disappointment, and then you have like the end of the day summary, which for them it's like this a lot of the times. It's just weird. It's like, ah, right? If you're um, sorry, if you're a live performing, if you're a live performer, or if you're any kind of performer, and you're coming up with a masterpiece, say, well, see, they don't do it. They can't. They just won't. I don't know if it's because they won't or they can't or what, but they're just not capable of dialing in on. Now I'm reminded of some difficulty that I was having like 5 years ago with some people that they want to get the music thing going, and they really want to push it along, and it's like, I would love to too, and I know where I'm at with it. Where humanity is at with music is to start to communicate what can be learned through music, and also, yeah, start communicating, well, love. Does God exist? Is love here? See, but see, there's a way to play. I know that music itself is it. You don't have to have a single lyric behind it. Please don't. Please get that singer out of here, unless they know how to sing on tune, maybe. And if they can do a good rap or rhyme, is what I mean. See, if it's the truth, usually it rhymes really easily. Accidentally, it'll rhyme. So, but now, what is the initial point of this conversation? Oh, I was trying to talk about how that, okay, so when you're a toxic person and or narcissist who, by this time, you're having so much, you are too frazzled. You're certain that person's a demon. All they can do is try and hump your last nerve, and they don't seem to care how you feel, right? They don't really bring what you want. or need, because they are operating from a place. They'll do it if they know that that they have to level up and see, but they're doing it with envy and jealousy and even hatred. They're building up resentment, and they think that they're hiding all of this. They're playing the strangest game. If I'm missing something, let me know. Let me know from if I'm like, no, Shauna, you have it all wrong. You're supposed to be manipulated by these people thoroughly, and you should by now be folding under. Now, if you haven't noticed, now, babes, I've been under attack, and I have a chance to just speak for myself and stand up for myself and be heard in another area, but there's several groups that I can think of off the top of my head, at least 3 for sure, 4, that have been doing like, and whether they know it or like it or not, I don't know. This is what's been going on though. It's equal to black magic witch spells and stuff. Yeah, 'tis the season, October. The veil is getting thin, and you better be calling upon your angels to protect you. And I'm here to tell you though, see, that I have too many angels protecting me that they can't fuck with me. They really can't. I'm getting hip about it, and now we're fighting together. See, there isn't a single one on this plane that can help me with what I'm about to go through, this certain passage that involves me standing up for myself and just using my sword. We use our words. And we are using our ability to see, our intellect see. And it's not necessarily a psychology, it's really our intellect. See, that's what I talk about is when we're talking about love. Really, because that will not fail you. You know that the whole thing isn't perfect, but you can find the shining path, that it makes me want to think of the path through which lightning travels. It kind of lights up like a primer, believe it or not, through the ionosphere, and then whap, it hits. Like now, if you can get precision, and you can get precision with a laser beam or something, but you can with lightning, believe it or not. That's one of the things that they don't want you to know about all of the electricity in the air that they are setting up. We're highly electrified here already. If you wonder why don't we see any electrical storms anymore, it's probably because they're harnessing it and taking it somewhere else, and it's happening somewhere else. See, they can let it go. See, they can actually have it go synthetically through inside of a rain cloud and inside of rain clouds and stuff. And it's the weirdest stuff. I mean, people from the 70s, me, and anybody that saw a lightning storm now that is like the age 25, you've never seen one before, especially in Southern California here. You just don't see them the same way that they used to be here. And then when you do see one, I'm telling you, it was the last time we had some significant sounding stuff that was way weird. It was like, what is that sound? Well, it was synthetic. They did something very strange, and that was when Donald Trump was in office. And now what's happening with Donald Trump being in office, I mean, we've never seen so much war, right? And an effort to try to stop it. But it's always like, yeah, you're going to stop it when it's a little bit too late. That city's decimated, and what you see is not what you get. They are experimenting with the most tippy top of the global population silent weaponry, you bet. Yeah, and see, with the 3-eye atlas thing going next to Mars, it says to look at the war experiments, and we'll see. I mean, if all goes well, that darn thing it slows down by using the, what do they call it, the helia, sorry, when it goes around the sun, um, scientists fear that it's going to get thrown into our orbit, planetary orbit. It's just going to act like another planet. But it could act like a damn torpedo and strike the planet. And that's if nobody really makes an effort. Like, say, okay, so, but see, what is it going to take for us to make this technology, let alone every other technology, actually work as a plus for us, instead of like, well, hey, how bad am I looking now? Does it look like I'm being walked on all over the place and fucking cornered by the enemy? Yeah. And they don't even know it. It's like, I'm like, dude, do you know that you're like full on fucking possessed? There isn't one authentic fucking face I could see that person wearing. If it's because that we are at a distance from each other, that we're not getting close enough, whether or not that's the truth, it doesn't matter. That's my fucking summary to date. It's just, it's 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 very taxing on your health to be around fake love, fake people, the constant conflict. What if you were really in need of something, or needed help? Or what if you wanted to change? They don't let you. They take you into their paradigm. I just heard the term recently, uh, um, destiny swap. Somehow, these fucking witches out there, I'm telling you, I think it's more like 5 groups that have been targeting me. And here I am. I'm saying, well, don't you think you human beings who are going to be experiencing these spiritually possessed people, should we raise up the definition a little bit, simplify the language that points at a scientific fact that we are one with the universe? And look at how simple the language is here already. Did you hear about the organized crime? What would it be a crime? See, if it was organized. What I mean, see, do you even know what you're saying when you say the word organized? Can you hear it better when I say, do you know that there's an organ in your heart? I'm sorry, there's an organ in your chest called your heart. Now let's say organized again. Now, do you know what nized, like eyes mean? Like you've heard like of what, I don't know, womanized, but I don't mean that. What I mean is like eyes. That's a suffix, sorry, ending. Right? Come on now, organized, ized, pasteurized. How about that? Right? Come on. What do you think's babes? I'm trying to tell you about the interfacing system sent from benevolent beings who live in outer space, where the language that is derived from the symbol system, which is the AEIOU, and the rest, when you see what the basics that everybody had to learn, includes the more sophisticated stuff that I was trying to tell you about, the suffixes, especially that. Oh, you got to get into it. There's shun, like in the word conscious. That a lot of times, OUI, conscious, or is IOU? See, that sound, IOU, you should know that sound, right? It's something you've heard, right? IOU. Trying to talk about now, opening your central banking system, not based on an IOU. See, it's like this, I owe us, because the you is there in us. The IO, well, that's an on and off signal, by the way. I mean, we could just reduce that down. I mean, really, when you've seen the capital I and the Oh, I mean, you've seen the ones and zeros. How about that? Ones and zeros. But no, really, I'm serious about this. Going, in the word going, you have the ones and zeros there. And then the word doing. But why is it doing instead of doing? Comment section down below. And what about boing? I'm supposed to be kind of funny, even though the stress that I'm under is making me look horrible. I keep telling all these. I keep telling the people in my life, just one, a demon. Sorry, that I need my privacy. I need my space. I need my everything. I don't know. I've been doing a lot of communicating towards them, and I'm pretty sure. Did I edit this? I hope so. I was just going to tell you, just getting back to talking about your toxic person who, when they tell you that they love you, it's at the very, you've probably had it up to here already. And what they're doing is they're trying to fucking kill you right there. I'm sorry to say it like that, but it's like this. I wish I could explain it, because it's like this. They don't really know what love is. They're saying that I love you. See, they're trying to get at your conscience, and they don't have a conscience. And they might just tug you in again. See, that's like their last straw. But see, they're trying to get to the part of you that does know what love is and that knows how to love. But the best way to describe is that they're getting to your conscience, which your toxic person, these people that are dangerous, they don't have a conscience. No, you can tell that they don't have a conscience, and it's time to stand up against them. If at all you can, do it legally. And so wish us all luck who are going that route, because if you can imagine it, how much fucking it's going to take time. It might take all of your life. But what else are you going to do? You're being ran down anyway. Why not go and meet some interesting people who think that they can solve your problems? You're not going to do it. See, this is the truth. If you're an inventor and you think you're going to invent a cure or something to make it easier, whatever it is, you're always going to go down this rabbit hole that points out that there are sociopaths that try and take and steal from you. Narcissists too. There's a psychopath controlling them. You are going through a landmine full of what they call the rabbit hole, dealing with your own subconscious programming that is your backdrop mentally that can prevent you from doing and succeeding because you were handled by toxic people in the background, fucking with your whole view of yourself and the world and everything, to tell you the truth. That's why it's important to get away from people. They're not going to fall off the face of the earth, you'll see. I mean, try to get away from them, but those are our only hope. Like, okay, so, okay, I don't know. But Christ Jesus, whoever does allow themselves enough space and time to tap in at the beginning, is it's the same video. What I'm talking about is that you have a celestial like connection. You have angels. This is not your place. The world, no, and the people in it. Sorry to tell you. I mean, most of them, right? I mean, they're not all going to be your friend, right? They're not going to be by your deathbed. You'll be lucky to have one or two, maybe two. So having said this, I hope I got my point across about the love thing when they say that they love you and they don't really know what it is. What it is it's meant to kind of break you down in the worst way. Because why? I can't explain why right now. I don't know why. Because, see, this is very dangerous for somebody like me or anybody to try to say this, because it can be turned around on you. Say, well, you just don't like people loving you. And it's like, no, they don't know. They're not loving you. Oh, at the very, they'll do lust. Lust is not love. Sex is not love. Obsession is not love. Um, Jealousy, not really, no. And envy is certainly not love. And hate isn't love. Loathing isn't love. See, these people, since they're not there, there isn't a possibility that awareness can be there enough that it achieves that. See, love is just awareness. Love is just awareness. It's available. Where is that, Shauna? See, one time a narcissist told me, asked me. It was more like telling me, right? I'm driving. And literally driving them to their house, and he asks, and I'm kind of a Buddhist, and I'm talking, and I can tell that these people fucking need help. Anyway, I'm talking, and it came to the word awareness, and he said, so what is awareness? I said, well, that's funny that you should ask, because awareness is this moment now. I'm driving. They don't really get that concept very well, and I love it. Me as an Aries, I'm like, thank God for God, thank God for love, thank God for now, and thank God that no people can be now. Just these characters in there, and some of them play. You know what? I can set all of that bullshit that I think I am aside, and I can be a decent present to this person, whether it's suffering, however the level low or high is of the suffering that they are at. Yes, they do need a window. I'll be right back and I'll get it. I won't even ask them like a fake person if they needed help.